Have you ever had one of those moments where you decided to start or do something and then you're about halfway through and you ask yourself, why the did I decide to do this? Well, for me, this is that moment. You see, in my last few playthroughs of Anno 1800, I've had to put out, I don't know, 50 something fires every time. So I thought there is no way you can get that far by building a city using 0 fire stations. Well, I was wrong. And here's the story. Like any great architect, let's go ahead and build this city of wood, knowing full well we're not going to have any fire stations at our disposal. Oh my god, our citizens are so effed. They have no idea what they're about to burn in hell. So if you thought building the city out of wood wasn't bad enough, don't worry, it's gotten much worse. I'm building them so close together that way when a fire does come through, it'll just wipe out everything. And there'll be nothing left. Everybody's doomed. The silver lining in all of this, though, is that I'm quickly upgrading to tier 2, so at least they're made out of brick and stone instead of frickin' wood. Now name one empire that has existed in history that didn't have sausage. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. So we're gonna make sure we have plenty of frickin' pigs and sausage, so our citizens are happy. We're gonna give them that grade A meat. And honestly, the worst case that could happen is everything burns, as well as the pigs, and we just have a lot of pork chops. And if history has taught us anything, it is that any great empire has rapidly expanded for its success. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same. This island is now ours, property of Icyymike. Oh, it looks like we finally got our first fire. This actually took longer than expected. Let's go see how bad it is. Oh, crap. Yep. So I rushed building this city and I'm about to pay the price for it. I freaking put everything together and our first fire is probably going to wipe it all out. Oh my god, look at this fat lady. She's just trying to waddle her way out of the fire zone. Run, lady, run. Go faster or you're going to burn. Meanwhile, at the local pub, the patrons keep ordering beer to enjoy the bonfire. It's like they don't even care that their houses are burning down. As long as they have a beer in the hand, everything's fine. Holy crap. I swear I cannot make this up. On the second island, while that first fire is burning it completely to ruins, we just got a second fire and it's on our main island. Oh, not having fire stations blows. Okay, the first fire finally went out, so here's the total damage of it. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot worse. I thought it was going to wipe this entire little section out. But it only did a few houses, so I guess it died out. So there is hope for our citizens after all. Oh, perfect timing. We have a new newspaper article. Oh my god, front and center. City left to burn. Fire guts part of Mayence. Locals rage at failure of local authority to act. A few more buckets of water, for example, and there may have been something salvaged from the blaze. So I think the only reasonable solution to prevent pandemonium among our citizens is by creating a little bit of fake news. Well, good thing we told our citizens they're happier than they think. Because I wouldn't be happy if this was my home. On the plus side, it looks like the small gap between each section is enough to prevent fires from spreading. I'm actually really surprised about that. Another fire? Are you serious? Oh, this is all on tier 2. This is not good. It just seems like as I go further and further, it gets worse and worse. I mean, look at this article. It even knows it's getting bad. It says it's a godless place. You're not wrong. So we've persevered through the numerous fires already. And this is going to be the foundation of our empire. Now, this isn't the mega city I plan on building at the end, but this will set up a good foundation for hopefully a thriving fire-free empire. Did we just get a stroke of luck? This newspaper article says low risk of explosions. I really hope that's true. We could use that. It seems like I'm not the only one that prints fake news. They're literally having a parade and a festival in front of their burning inferno of houses. I think the fake news is working way too well. These guys are actually enjoying it. So while the festival and parade has ended, the citizens continue to party at the pub while their houses burn down. You know, they may be onto something. Watching your house burn down's a lot easier drunk. Well, now I'm at the point where I need resources from a different region. So it's time to go all Christopher Columbus in this biatch and go find us the new world. It's the greatest navy the old world has ever seen. And it's gonna fight one lonely pirate ship. I've just had enough of these stupid pirates taking out my trade ships. Enough is enough. Oh man, fires aren't our only problem now. We have the bubonic plague or something spreading throughout our city. Damn it, Susan! Cover up your mouth when you're coughing! The greatest navy in the old world is now on display as we take out Anne Harlow, the stupid pirate that won't leave me alone. I've had enough of you, lady. I'm coming in. I'm coming for your goods. So you better hide your kids and hide your wife or husband because I'm coming in hot. Victory! It feels oh so good. Take that, you filthy scarlet. So now I'm planning and building the very first section of our massive city. And while I'm doing this, I want to be real with you guys. This has not been easy at all. We've had so many fires, it's not even funny. It's really impeded our progress and just been utterly annoying. Just having to wait for fires to burn out and then replace the buildings using up resources that we could be using other places. Yeah, this has been so much harder than I thought and taken twice as long as I planned. So if you would have asked me at the beginning if I would have made it this far, I would have told you hell no. But here we are anyways, 20 hours later. But now I'm getting super nervous because we're so close and we've made so much progress, but I'm building all these buildings really close to each other. So I'm really afraid that a fire is just going to break out and literally wipe all of this before I get very far. So what better way to draw a crowd to your newly built megacity than a zoo filled with the most basic animals you could think of? I mean, the zoo has a parrot, a bison, and a deer. A freaking deer. We got people commuting from who knows where to come pay good money to look at a deer. Well, whatever. It's bringing the crowd and the money to help us build this city, so I'm fine with it. Good evening, I'm Icyymike, and in tonight's news, we have a breaking report of a huge city fire in the massive city Icyymike's been spending his entire week building. Will this fire continue to burn down the entire city, or will Icyymike have yet another chance to finish what he started over a week ago? So do you remember earlier when I said if we had a fire break out in the city while we're in the process of building it, that it would be very detrimental to our progress? Well, look what just f***ing happened. We literally have a huge ass fire in the middle of our city. And no telling how far it's going to progress and wipe out. I mean, at this point, we just have to cross our fingers and let her burn. Okay, so the fire eventually burned out, and it did a pretty decent amount of damage, but I think we'll be able to recover. It's just going to set us back a bit. So we sent out a very expensive and long expedition to find the most exotic animals on the planet. And I had to upgrade my zoo so it could fit the fourth animal. Now the crowds for the zoo are even bigger, and they're paying even more money. All to see this one exotic animal we got. You guys ready to see what it is? We got ourselves a pig. Yep, that's right. They have to know it's a scam, right? Oh, look, our citizens are happy. I'm telling you, they are desensitized to the fact that everything burns down every 5 seconds and has to be rebuilt. And the fact that their most celebrated building, which is the zoo, uses a pig as its main attraction. I mean, these citizens have to be absolutely bonkers. But regardless, we're getting our first festival and our first celebration in our new mega city. And I have to say, it looks pretty beautiful. It's coming along nicely.
The festival has ended. Your city has grown ugly.
Another freaking fire breaks out. Kill me now, please. And this one, it's even bigger than the first one. I have no idea how much damage it's gonna do. I literally hate myself. Every time I make any progress, a fire breaks out and just resets everything. And I'm not gonna lie, I am regretting doing this challenge. I mean, we're at like hour 20 or 30 right now, and a fire at this point just makes me want to freaking punch something in the wall. Well, the fire has finally burned out, and you can see the rubble that it left behind. So both luckily and unluckily for us, the fires tend to just burn out before they just wipe out everything. Everything will be replaced. It's not a huge loss. And unfortunately, this damn challenge lives on. Ladies and gentlemen, the day is here. We have finally completed what we set out to do. We built this massive city without using a single fire station the entire time. It was something I thought not even possible. But here it is, right in front of us, complete. Now it's asking us, what do we do now? And that is a great question. What do we do now? But I think I know the answer. There's really only one thing you can do after building a city that took over 30 in-game hours. And over 50 fires that we had to let burn out without any fire stations. Created over 6 million in cash. And a population of over 30,000. The only thing we can and should do is to burn it down. Yep. I couldn't believe it either. All of that for nothing. I was so excited to burn the city down. Well, I'm going to get my destruction one way or another, so I'm going to disconnect this road and just let them all go to rubble. Meanwhile, you can subscribe to the channel and like the video to ease my pain. See you next time.